That is not a good sign. Here we are barely 2 weeks into June and we are dry. I believe all the, it's dry. All the water on this old hill went to that fella right there. It's a good old black diamond. Some of these are producing pretty good. I think old Sissy found her a coyote or something. She's in the woods. Got two next to each other. Some of the plants are making it and some of them aren't. But we could sure use a little rain blessing this way. A lot of crops here and there are not looking well. But ask the good Lord to send us a little rain, but whether he does or he doesn't, I hadn't been doing this walk on earth but a few decades, so I reckon he had it under control before I was here, and he'll drop it when it needs to drop. And if it doesn't, it doesn't, right? We'll move on. How's y'all's week been? Mine's been pretty good. Watch that old sun sink over there. Jordan and I got after it and finished up some more pinto beans this afternoon. Got some little easy refrigerator dill pickles put up and some corn. Going to hopefully pull some more ears. And what we don't do fresh, we'll want to can a little bit of it where it's shelf stable instead of frozen. But it's Saturday, right? I'm filthy. I actually had to go change shirts. It was pretty rough. I was thinking about some things, and y'all remember that old saying, "Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater"? Well, that was on my mind. I sure, of course, a lot of y'all know where that came from. Back in the olden days, when they'd take a bath maybe once a year, they would start off with the dad, and then go by age through the male of the house, and then into the females, and the little baby be the last one to get a dunk. I bet that thing was filthy. I know I'd hate to be behind me today in that situation, but the water be so dirty sometimes that little baby can get overlooked. All of it went out with the good stuff, good and the bad. I think that's kind of what we're seeing. And, I was out here working on these pintos, trying to get another picking out of them. And it's hot and scorched. Y'all can see they're in rough shape. But I learned something. Many pieces I picked in the heat and the dirt. And never thought of it till today, like I did. That old saying says, when the student's ready, the teacher will appear. Well, I was ready this evening, I guess, because I saw it a little different about halfway into this row. I guess it's better right here when it hit me. Trying to think how to put it. Y'all want it straight, don't you? All right, I'll give it to you straight as I saw it. So on these bushes, there's some pretty little speckled pinto bean pods that are just right for shelling. And on that same bush are some green ones that hadn't quite made, and they may not make yet with this heat. And then there's a few that are dead. I'm talking about dried, sound like rattlers out here in this garden. If you're not careful, you'll pluck the whole plant up because of the dead ones that are on it. It might not be with one good one on there, maybe two. But there's bad ones in every bunch, isn't it? And we tend to want to pick up the whole plant and throw it away instead of take the time to maybe get the good ones out and use them for sustenance. Then I got to thinking about them bad ones, as we call it. They're just not ready to sustain sustenance today. And I got to pulling and looking for the bad ones even more, because I realized that with proper care, if you'll take the time to get that bad one too, proper care and storage, you can shell it, get that old hard crusty thing off of it that's made it hard. See, it didn't survive the heat. It's too much for it. It buckled and dried. I can take this old thing, put it in a nice cool dark place, nurture it a little bit, and next spring, maybe even this fall, I can put it back in some good dirt and it'll make a good plant again. I don't have to throw it away. Just needs a little attention, right? Maybe we ought to look at things like that. Don't throw the whole thing out. There's a reason that plant's growing, and God's got a purpose for each piece of that thing. We shouldn't be so lazy just to want to rip up the plant because it's got a few quote-unquote bad pods on it. Hit me. I don't know what y'all take of it, but I guess those that see it will see it. Those that won't, won't. I guess that's where we're at. This poor old sprinkler fell over on me the other day. It reminds me of beef sometimes. What do they say? It a mile wide and an inch deep. You're all over the place. I guess that goes back to most of us again too. I'll be glad to come out here and tromp around in some mud. I can walk barefooted now. I don't need these rubber boots. Ain't no water to keep off. The tomatoes are still okay. They're not wilted down yet. And they're loaded. No critters are eating on them. These chickens will come out here and I kind of get a little worried thinking they're pecking the tomatoes, but no, they're out here eating little bugs off of there. I pulled 2 or 3. Y'all know it's bad when the cucumbers start dying. They just need some water. That old corn's drying up, but it's gonna be all right. All right. Nothing else, we'll have seed for next year. That's how I'm gonna look at it. It's a good thing. Seed banks have been out this year pretty rough. And who knows, maybe good Lord's preparing us for maybe needing some extra seed next year to grow. Did you get that coyote, buddy? Huh? You wasn't chasing no coyote, was you? Silly thing. Chickens are good, turkeys are crazy. They are getting big, y'all. I clipped their wings yesterday, one side, to throw them off balance. That ain't slowed none of them down. They's all over here trying to eat the goat feed today, so I'm gonna have to take the scissors to the other side, I suppose. It don't hurt them none. They'll be back full grown feathers, I guess, in a few months. Looks like a massacre out here in this old turkey lot, because wherever I could catch them, that's where they got trimmed, and there are feathers everywhere. Hey, Reese, what are you doing? These goats will be glad when I get them trimmed good, because they're having to compete for feed. Y'all want to say hello? There you go. There he is. There's JoJo. What's going on, baby? You trying to lick my finger again, ain't you? No, we ain't doing that. That hurt last time you did that. Reese decided to go off, and there's a little booger bear over there, DW. He likes to holler. But they've cleared. It's hard to tell. Y'all can see through that old privet hedge over there. That didn't take them long at all. It used to be something to stop it. There's something else. It's been a good week. Busy week. Got another busy one ahead. Lone Star turns 50 years old at the store there next Friday on June the 19th. That's pretty cool. With all this COVID mess and all that, we're going to delay a little bit of a celebration till a little later in the summer maybe, where we can do it right and serve a little food. But that's pretty neat. 50 years in that same location. And they've kept their values right, learn from challenge and change, learn to adapt and be innovative, and here we stand. And giving me a place of employment to feed these old chickens and raise a little garden, so that's all right. Sissy is loving life over there, y'all. She is just, well, I don't know what. Well, the signal's getting a little squirrely on me this evening. Sorry about that. I guess here we are. Who knows what happened in that brief segment. Guess I'll check off a quick roll call and call it an evening. I still need to go try to glean some of that corn off. Try to carry some over in the morning to Lufkin. A few eggs. But, got some more pinto beans to shell. Goodness. It's all right, I'm blessed. I did put a pot on this afternoon of fresh pinto beans. Got it seasoned up right, a little chili powder and pork and all that good stuff. I had to dip into it. I think I already ate 2 bowls. That's some good eating, y'all. It really is. Friend Stacy from Etoil traded me some hog and deer sausage and for some eggs. So that's what's ahead for Jordan and I tonight. Some sausage.